All right.
Hello.
Action. We're on. Oh, there we go. The screen got lighter.
Welcome to the live.
Or welcome to the non-live, because I think
Oh,
we've
yeah,
only
you're
got
right.
one person on here. So that means anyone that's watching this, that's not true.
Playback.
Only one of you got to see us live as it happened.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, whoever you are. Thank you.
Congratulations, whoever
I always
you are.
forget to put these on here, so I don't think anyone knows they're coming. And then people just have to like sort of kind of see it happening, and then they show up.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. If you're
I'm not
watching the
very-
replay, just go ahead and fast forward 30 seconds.
It's Tim.
Tim
All
Chapman.
right. Sweet. Thanks, Tim. Okay, we had a few more people get on. That's
Okay.
awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's now Wednesday night for the Norps, 9 o'clock our time, a little bit after. And yeah, we're excited to be here.
Good evening, Sherry.
Hello, Sherry. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. So just a warning, some of our children have some GI distress this evening. So you might hear the results of musical fruit in the background.
I made some roasted garlic pasta for dinner. I put 2 whole heads of garlic in there, and we have been a musical family.
Was that? Could you guys hear that on here? That sound of Eve tooting?
You have to tell us if you did.
Oh boy! Well, it looks like Jen thinks so because she did the laughing face. But so if you hear some of that in the background, it's just the kids. It's not us.
I think you'd be able to tell if it was us because it would be much closer.
Oh my goodness!
But I was telling Mike at
we need
dinner,
to give Eve some digestion.
It was so delicious. I roasted 2 whole bulbs of garlic, and put them in with pasta, and it was so decadent. And I was just telling Mike, I'm like, I am gonna roast garlic and eat it every single day. And in the hours since, I'm like, oh, we got to be done.
Yeah.
We can't do that again because it's
kind of hard on us.
Yeah, sure, it wasn't you. Now, I have contributed my fair share. We went for a walk this evening. That saved us all. But yeah, anyways, roasted garlic is decadent, but you pay the price, okay? It's high price.
Maybe if you eat a lot of garlic on a regular basis, it's not so.
Well, I think probably if you took I can't. If you're watching the replay, I'm sorry, really sorry, but I think if you take like what's it called, that Beano, that might help you digest it.
I love Beano.
Mike loves Beano.
That is a non-doTERRA product, but it's all natural. It's an enzyme that you can take before you eat something that might cause you that sort of problem. And Beano's great. I pair Beano with. I have it right here actually. I did take some Beano and I take some Terrazyme. Ooh, the light is bright. See this Terrazyme?
Bright light.
This is great for helping with digestion. And I take this before meals that I am afraid will cause some gastrointestinal distress in that way. So looking at Terrazyme, it's awesome. And it pairs well with Beano. They don't interact in a bad way, but in a good way.
No, so Ivy asked, is laundry detergent from doTERRA is the only thing they have the pods? And the answer is no. You can also buy an actual whole bottle right there with the cap, just like your normal laundry detergent. And it's got enzymes in it as well. So you can hit, enzymes internally, or you can use enzymes in your laundry to help eat away some of those stains and smells. But
yeah. Anyways, that's a little side note. Okay, so are we going to actually get started with the real thing now? We're a few minutes into this.
Yeah. Tim says he gives enzymes to his Yorkies.
Oh.
And maybe, Tim, you need to learn more about oils, and you teach the essential oil and pet class, because I don't want to do it.
I think we may pass on teaching that. I think we've said it before. That is not necessarily in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I don't want to teach it because I would just be like researching some stuff and sharing stuff.
Because we haven't really used oils on our pets, really.
Yeah, so like, hey, you know what? You're just going to have to make it work, whatever your life deals you.
So
we did one time use oils on a cat that got like attacked by something. Remember way back Belle in Spokane?
Yes.
And she got attacked by something, and we did use like some lavender, very diluted, on her wound. I'm pretty sure, but that was like over a decade ago.
Well, and we have used some fraction of coconut oil on our rabbits who have had ear mites or whatever, and that helped. But that's not really an essential oil. That's just whatever.
No, I also use TerraShield.
Oh, really?
In their ears to get rid of their mites.
So you can use TerraShield with your animals, but anyways, we're not.
Well, I use them on my rabbits, and I was like, well, I think it will be okay. There's not a lot of info out there on using TerraShield in your rabbit's ears for ear mite treatment, but I'm like, I'm gonna try it. I'd already diluted, put some coconut oil in their ears, and then I put that in. They were fine, and I got rid of them.
TerraShield is great.
Erin got her lime oil today. You are welcome.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm glad it got there.
Yeah.
We had a couple people win from the last one who were overseas. We just sent those off today. Well, actually, no, we just had one. There was someone from like the first one we did who wasn't sure if we could get it. But anyways, if you're overseas, we will allow you to win, and we will send it to you. However, I can't promise that it'll get through customs because some countries are a little bit sticky with customs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we'll see. But we are going to do the trivia again at the end of this thing. So if you're unaware, we're doing giveaways with every one of these lives. We're giving away 3 bottles of different oils, and we'll do a little trivia. So you got to pay attention and listen. And if you win, you get it. Now, if you've already won, you are disqualified from entering again.
You are disqualified.
Sorry.
At some point,
other people got to
maybe
win.
all of you will have won, and we'll have to okay, maybe because you guys are the ones that are usually answering the questions. But maybe there's a few stragglers who still haven't won because we've given out
we got to get some new people on this on our lives here. People who are new noobs. Okay, so let's start. I can't remember what we're starting with though. So, or were you starting or am I starting?
You're starting.
Am I starting? I'm starting. Okay. So we're talking today about emergency preparedness with essential oils. We kind of went over this on Monday. We're going to cover a lot of the same info. However, we have a couple more interesting stats.
Yeah.
And also we're going to share some kind of basics or kind of best practices of essential oils.
Just in case.
Okay.
Just in case you need a little refresher or you're
maybe
brand
you're
new
and you don't
know how to use oils.
Know how to use oils, which is totally fine. That's great.
Okay. Nora said, thank you, Nora, because this will help us not have to teach a live stream on it. Dr. Karen Becker did a podcast. I did actually see that about essential oils and pets. If anyone is interested, I think there's also a YouTube video from her too.
So there are veterinarians out there who use the oils for pets, and they're more qualified than we are.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll teach you one. I know a little bit, but then you're like, no, don't do this, but do this. I'm like, I don't want to teach that.
Yeah,
class.
A little too sticky. That's my word of the day.
Well, I'm just afraid that I don't want to be responsible for little baby kitties and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
When I know how to use them safely on humans.
People. Okay, so we're talking about emergency preparedness again. I have a couple interesting facts about emergencies.
Wait, first you have to do the how to use your oils.
Okay, first I'm going to do that. And that's what was always my plan, but I want to see if Megan was listening.
Yeah, I wasn't. I just happened to catch.
Let's talk some essential oil basics. There are 3 ways to use essential oils.
What are they, guys? Name a way.
I'm going to guess that most people watching this know, but in case there are some who don't.
What are the 3 ways? Name one of the 3 ways.
Oh, we're going to see.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
We're going to get the people in the comments to teach the class for us, so we don't have to do it. We can just sit here.
No.
No one's doing it.
Aromatically.
Nora, yes.
Topically,
yes. And lastly, and this is a little bit specific to doTERRA's oils. Is anyone going to get it?
Gong, 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 gong.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Internally. Thanks,
okay.
Jack.
So those are the 3 ways to use them. So aromatically is obviously diffusing the oils, putting them on your body so you can smell the oils. Topically is putting them on your skin.
That might be we have our diffuser going right now, so that's aromatic use.
Back there in our messy
smells
kitchen.
really yummy. We have our harvest spice in there, which is on sale now.
Oh yeah,
so you can get it. It's only available for a few months, so get that harvest spice, super good. But that's aromatic use of your oils, and you can hit all sorts of things with that. And it's the most traditional use of essential oils in history. That using the aromas, that we call them aromatic compounds because we use them aromatically. Second would be topically. That might be you have some knee trouble, or you are having some skin health issues, or you want to balance, something. I was trying to use FDA compliant language and it just maybe lose it. No, but so obviously it's really simple. I got something on right here that I want to work on. I'm going to put the oils on right there. You can dilute them so that it slows down the absorption, but it's pretty self-evident on how to do that.
Okay, sorry for those of you who are having a problem with the sounds. I don't know why, but we are getting glitches on these lives. Like Nora said, if you leave and come back to the live, that seems to solve the problem.
We did have some guys come through this week and put in new internet lines that's faster than what we currently have.
So we're waiting for that offer to come in the mail.
Yes. So maybe that's why. I don't know if it's on our end. I don't know if it's just live streams. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the third way is internally, and this is specific to doTERRA's oils, meaning I'm only going to recommend that internal use with doTERRA's oils. They do, if the easiest way to know if you can use an oil internally is look on the side of the bottle, and if it has supplement facts, it means it has been FDA approved.
There's something else on that bottle. What's that red dot? That's embarrassing.
No, generally it's up to the GRAS standard from the FDA, which is generally regarded as safe for internal use. That would be even just like your vanilla extract at the store is labeled as GRAS. So look first at that, but I might be putting some lemon oil in my water to help with a detox, or to help keep my kidney health up, bladder health. So Mike made me take some of this after all my garlic for dinner. I'm like, it's too late. He's like, it's never too late.
It's never too late.
And so
to try to solve
instead of using digestion topically, which is great, you can also get the capsules from doTERRA and take the oil internally. That's kind of like it's a vegetable capsule, so it is vegan. Or you can buy empty capsules at the health food store from doTERRA and just open them up. It's pretty cool. You put them in half, put your drops in, put them back together, and take it internally that way. So with water, in a capsule, under your tongue, sublingually, I guess would count as internally. So those are the 3 ways to use your oils.
Easy. Okay. Now, like we said today, we're talking about this emergency preparedness stuff. So I have some interesting facts on emergencies or natural disasters. Now, a lot of things can be an emergency. It doesn't have to be like end of the world type emergency.
Like we're out of cheese.
Right, that's an emergency.
That's an emergency in the Warp household.
So you can deal with that with essential oils. Actually, you can calm yourself during that time.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
So some interesting facts about natural disasters. So the 5 effects or top effects of natural disasters are loss of life.
Bummer.
We can't help you with that with oils. I'm sorry. Injury or other health impacts. So that's a big deal. Injury, property damage, loss of livelihoods and services, social and economic disruption, or environmental damage. Okay. So these are sort of the 5 effects of natural disasters. And oils can be beneficial on some of these fronts.
I think on a lot of them. So we had kind of joked last week about calling this class like a zombie apocalypse class. What would you do preparing for that? And, it is a funny topic. I just always call it a zombie apocalypse. That's kind of the lingo around the Norp household for like when things just get really insane. And I don't actually believe that we're ever going to have zombies, but I think it's indicative of times where there's just chaos, right? And that could be from a natural disaster. It could be from an economic disaster. It could be from a lot of things. And the main thing about essential oils is that you have them. You have them in your home. And so it gives you 100% independence in the use of them, so that no matter what is happening outside of your home or outside like in the world, you can take care of so many things on your own. And so that's like why they're amazing for emergency preparedness. And so it was a little bit sobering. We chose this topic, and then it was a little bit sobering over the weekend with the fires in Hawaii. So it's not quite as, when an actual disaster happens, it's very sobering. It's very sad. And you remember how hard that is. So I don't want to make light of that. Disasters are hard. And we've heard from some of you that have been in disasters. One of our viewers last summer went through those crazy fires in Hawaii in California and lost his house. So these are serious scenarios. But like Mike said, some of them are all the way at that end. Incredibly serious scenarios, but they can also be when maybe you're not making as much money as you used to be, or maybe your money's not going as far as it used to be. And I know that's every single one of us in the world right now. Those are things that also where your emergency preparedness comes into play.
Right.
And there's a lot of, and I think emergency preparedness is super important and super cool. We are not preppers. We have friends that are preppers, and there's prepper conferences, and there's all sorts of amazing gear and toys really that you can buy for prepping. We have a few things. We do have a solar oven, and we haven't installed it yet, but we do have a, what is the food?
Oh, we have a dehydrator.
No, it's not a dehydrator. It's a freeze dryer.
Oh yeah, freeze dryer.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we have a freeze dryer, but it needs a special plug and we don't have anywhere for it yet. But I also think there's some other really important things you can do that have nothing to do with oils, but I'm just going to mention them. I think the number one thing that you can do is learn to cook simply from simple ingredients. If you guys remember when everything happened in 2020 and it got really crazy and things weren't on the grocery store shelves, theirs was still basic staple ingredients at the grocery store. There was tons of vegetables and fruits. There was a lot of things that you could cook if you knew how to cook with basic ingredients. Now, it was true that yeast was totally gone. And thankfully, I had already prepared and I had a bunch of yeast in the freezer, and we already had, and flour was gone too, to remember, because bread was gone and flour was gone. And so we did have some flour stored, and we also had some wheat stored. So we were able to, when there was no bread, make bread, no big deal. So I think the first thing is learning really, really easily basic skills. And those are fun, right? Like September pies is prepping in a way. When I made all those pies is because I'm learning how to feed our family with very basic ingredients and using lots of different ingredients. So like last year, one of you recommended I make a tomato pie. And I had never heard of tomato pie. And that sounded kind of disgusting to me, honestly, because I thought it was going to be sweet. But it was delicious. And we've made tomato pie now this summer with tomatoes out of our garden, which is the next thing that I think that we do very lightly. And that's gardening. And then like we have chickens and we have rabbits.
Producing some of your own.
Producing some. Like people have asked me, like, do you really think you're going to be able to replace all of like the meat? And it's like, no. I want to just do some. And that takes me to something I wanted to go over for tonight. From FEMA, they kind of talk about prepping. There's lots of different websites, but I just wanted some kind of a little framework to hang this on tonight. And Erin said she needs a Bosch just to try your bread recipe. That Bosch thing is incredible. I broke our Bosch in 2019, sadly, but a viewer actually bought us another one, which was so nice. It was like in 2021 they reached out and bought us another one. But maybe about it.
That's
anyways,
not a normal thing.
It was super nice, super unexpected and stuff. It was really nice. But that thing lasted for 20. It would have continued to last. I just did something with it that I shouldn't have. I was trying to make paper
mache,
paper clay in it, and I didn't do it right.
We burned out.
Yeah, but those things are amazing. They'll last forever, and that's another way you can prepare for times when bread isn't available. Or when you can't afford bread, because the cost of bread is so insane right now. Like hamburger buns being $5 or $6 is insane when you can make them for 50 cents.
Just takes time.
Yes.
And it wants some skill.
Oh, Nora said she remembers when we dragged out that bucket of wheat berries. Yes. So we ground some wheat. It was still good. That was some old wheat. I think it was like 30 years old. My parents had given it to us. Maybe older. But it worked and it tasted fine. Some. Yeah.
You got like 5 buckets of that stuff.
Yeah, my parents gave it to us because they're like, I think it's too old, but I figured we'd keep it until it really wasn't good anymore. Okay, so FEMA has these 5 things that they think are really important for preparing. So I'm going to read them, and then we're going to kind of talk about oils and how they can do each of these 5 things to help you prepare for the future. The first way that their 5 goals are prevention, protection, mitigation, response, and recovery. So let's pull apart each of those and kind of talk like in theory. Maybe I'll pull out an oil as I'm talking about it, how you can help with your preparedness. So they're talking about prevention in a way like preventing emergencies from happening. But I guess you could talk about that with your health. It's so important to be healthy during stressful times because your stress hormones actually weaken your immune system. And so if your immune system is already kind of struggling because you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to get sick. Case in point, when we were doing the renovation, we both got sick after the months after the move and the travel and the living in the RV, we both got sick. We should have been better at prevention, and we have the tools to do that. But and obviously you're still going to get sick. You will get sick sometimes. But one of the first things we noticed when we started using our oils is that, the year we had 4 young boys at the time, and winter was just like from one thing to the next that was going through the family.
Oh, like
the whole season.
Cold or flu going through.
Yeah, I was trying not to use those words.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. One thing to the next that was going through the family, and it would go slowly through all of us, and like finally it'd be on the last person, and then it would start with something else. And it was really not fun because they're young and they have young immune systems that haven't built up immunities yet. But then we started using the oils, and I noticed that the next winter it wasn't like that. We had like a couple times when there was a little bit of something through the whole season. And so I was hooked after that. And so definitely we feel a little bit bulletproof because we don't get things like other people do.
Right.
Because of simple things like diffusing plant oils in our house, cleaning with plant oils, getting oils on our bodies, using the toothpaste, like our friend swears by that. And that's why they are able to avoid a lot of things, and taking care of our health. Prevention is like the most amazing thing you can do with these plant oils, with essential oils. The second thing is protection. And so absolutely, there have been times with doTERRA when we're traveling a lot, and especially for a time I was going and doing lots of things, and airplanes and airports, and you're in Ubers, and I was going to different classes, and your immune system is not functioning as well when you're traveling anyways. So I did a lot of protection. We went to a really amazing class several years ago where there was a biochemist, and she talked about something they did with On Guard. They took a very, very, very diluted solution of On Guard. And I don't know if I talked about this on another class.
I think
already.
You did, yeah.
It was so amazing. And they diluted it down till it was about 1 drop to like 20 gallons of water. So very diluted solution. And they then wiped that solution on a surface, and they showed us all the images. They put strains of different things on there. You know what I mean?
Things that start with B.
Just bad strains of bad things on there, right?
Yeah.
And they did it at 30 minutes, and those things wouldn't replicate. And then they did it at an hour and 2 hours and 3 hours. And it was only at 24 hours later that they were fully replicating. Just having that solution on there kept it from even growing on the surface. And that's really, really cool. So it's not just killing whatever's on there. It's actually creating an environment where those things can't grow.
Right.
And so imagine if you have that in your body, imagine if you have that in the air of your home, and you're on the surfaces in your home, and they're plant oils. They're organic, and they're made of the same things as us. And so our bodies recognize them, and it works really well with our own immune function. So fascinating and amazing for protection. I guess I'm not talking specifically about emergency preparedness, but these things are always all true, that I have these things in my home in good times and in bad. So we definitely feel very well prepared for whatever comes our way, because we just have somebody's dealing with something. We just walk into the shelf and we grab something and we take care of it.
Walk into the shelf?
Sorry, we walk into our room.
Oh,
here,
okay.
I have a photo.
I meant to run into it.
We finally got it hung up a few weeks ago. I was going to show it on the channel, but I didn't. I'll show everybody.
What are we doing?
You're like, what are you? I'm going to show them a picture of our oil shelf. We finally got it up because all of our oils were in like a cardboard box on our bedroom floor. But this is the shelf. It has all the oils in it from A to Z. Somebody's got something going on. Yes, we do have a light, because we were like orange from the light above.
You gotta have a little.
But we just walk in there and we grab, and there's 1 or 2 times a day that we're doing that. Like my hormones are weird right now, so are Eve's. We've been using some stuff for that.
Nora has a question. No, this is not made by doTERRA. This rack. You got this from like an antique store.
No. This is a nail polish shelf.
Yeah,
I got it on Amazon for like $20 to $30.
Really?
Yeah, they have a bunch of different nail polish display shelves for people who have a lot of nail polish, and it's the perfect size for the oils. That's where that's from.
Nail polish. So Jen asked, how much do you typically use for a situation? I know that will vary based on the oil, but I feel like I either use too much or too little. And could you give examples?
Well, today, so Eve and I both have had hormone stuff going on, and I wanted to balance my hormones. So I walked in and I got the Clary Calm and I rolled it on the back of my neck.
How many times?
It in. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
1, 2, 3, probably.
3 rolls.
So you're using 1 to 3 drops most, at the most, with almost everything you're dealing with, just about everything.
Now, if you're dealing with something that is more of a long-term, you need a solution long-term, like you've got a yucky, you got a bug you're trying to kick, essentially like a seasonal bug, where it makes you feel like you're not warm anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's the sort of thing where you're going to use a little bit over an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
So you take some On Guard, maybe in a capsule, and like really you need like 3 or 4 drops. It's not much. Take that, and then like maybe at lunch you take it again. And you kind of spread it out.
Yes, in fact, we took another great class.
Because your body will just metabolize the extra stuff, and it doesn't stay in your body. You've got to keep feeding it.
Yeah, doTERRA has a convention every year, and they have a lot of scientists and medical professionals come and talk to us. Sorry, one of our kids is trying to talk to us.
Someone has a question. I'm going to go off screen.
So they come and talk to us, but one of the ones they talked about is how like it just naturally, and I guess it's just in our nature to make it easy to just like load up on a bunch of oils all at once. But like taking vitamin C that loads of it all at once, you're going to just pee most of that out. Anything your body can't metabolize, you'll just pee out. And so they said so much more effective to like microdose your oils and just keep a constant level of them in your body. The high antioxidants and all of the other chemical properties that they have just at a low level in your body, way better. So if there is something you're trying to take care of like that,
But also that goes the same for some topical uses. So I've used.
I'm laughing at Lindsay, but like in a classy way.
Lindsay's she keeps us classy. But for topical use, if you're dealing with an actual injury of some kind, I use the Deep Blue to take care of an issue I had with my knee. And because it was a real injury, I was putting it on multiple times a day, every day for like, was it a week or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Just to keep it there and keep it sort of in my system.
Like I'm going my head with you.
I can't just do it like once a day and expect it to work. At least it won't work as quickly. So, and then also topical, if you're trying to get it into your skin, you want to also cover it with something, with some clothing. And it's good to take it right after maybe a shower when your pores are open.
I would be very careful about that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't, because I was my knee. I wasn't really concerned about being too sensitive. And then also if you apply heat to it, it'll drive it in as well.
If you put an oil on right after the bath, I almost do no oils right after the bath.
Dude, I love that. That's my favorite time to put Deep Blue on my knees. It feels so good. I love it.
No, your pores are so open. It's like, oh, wow.
Well, if you're a man like me, you can handle it.
Okay, I guess so. What were we just saying?
I don't know.
I totally lost my train of thought.
Well, we were talking about kind of spreading it out.
Okay. So like we're able to just preparedness wise, we have it. Okay. Then the next one on their list is mitigation. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know the word, but I did have to go and Google the definition of mitigation. You're
doing your research.
Do you know the definition of mitigation?
You're sort of minimizing like effects.
Yeah, I'm like, they're mitigating it. I'm like, I don't really know what that means. They do use that word in construction a lot, though, so maybe that's why you do it.
Yes, in construction.
So that's another
mitigate
thing.
This wall over here.
So, like I said, you are still going to have issues with your health, but you can mitigate a lot of them. You can shorten the duration. There is a study about On Guard shortening the duration. Shortening the duration of an infection that a lot of people get, and sometimes they get a shot so they don't get it every year.
Oh.
There was a study about that.
How is that? We'll just say the F.
It shortened it by days.
F.
So that it mitigated it. And that's the other thing. Like you can mitigate a lot of the things that you're dealing with.
I feel like we're having some secret meeting where the government might be bugging and we're trying to talk in code here. That's kind of true, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
If any of you are confused,
listen, the FDA controls what you can say about what supplements can do. And so we actually can't say certain things or else we could get flagged.
I'm like, will we get even trouble for telling you that the FDA tells us we can do that?
We could actually get fined as well.
Yeah, we could.
Anyways, so don't tell anybody, okay?
I do like how Nora calls it the F word. On Guard fights the F word. I don't think they can stop us from saying that.
The FL word.
Michael.
I just said L. That's all I said.
Okay.
You. Anyways.
Oh my gosh. He's terrible at this, you guys. He's going to get fined.
The FDA is going to knock down our door and drag me out of here.
If we keep saying that word, the algorithm's going to.
You're right.
Okay.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Response. I mean, that's like amazing. Like I talked about going into our shelf, we have a response, and we have a response to a lot of things. We talked about on our Monday call how Mike, we were living in Houston when Katrina hit, and Mike went and helped with the first responders with our church, and they got in there.
Lolo, it is glitching. Just go out and come back in to the thing.
No, I'm apparently so sorry it glitches. I don't know why. Yeah.
Sorry.
But Mike was able to go into New Orleans like literally days after Katrina, before anybody was there.
We were actually north of New Orleans. We weren't in the city, but anyways.
I'm glad you clarified that.
In case someone was there and they noticed I wasn't in New Orleans at the
time. Anyways, he was just north of New Orleans right after Katrina hit.
I'm very concerned about
and he was part of that response, and how we talked on the Monday call, how if he had oils then, because this was years before we had heard of doTERRA.
doTERRA didn't exist.
Yeah, didn't exist. Or we hadn't heard of
essential oils didn't exist then.
Yes,
it was so long ago.
But oils would have helped protect him.
Right, because I did have a bit of a skin issue after that in my forearms.
And it would have been part of a great response.
Very itchy.
Yeah. We never really knew what it was. Yeah. It was just gross because the water was disgusting. It had everything imaginable in it. And the last one is recovery. And I mean, we've already talked about recovery so many times with our oils. You talked about it just now with your running and Deep Blue. I mean, it's just a real blessing to have. The main thing is, like I said, you are prepared for so many different situations. So
you might say every situation.
No, I mean, 2020 was a stressful year for everybody because the world just got really crazy really fast. But we did feel really grateful for some of the ways that we were living at the time so that it wasn't as stressful for us as a family. And definitely oils were part of that. We were able to we're very independent. We take care of ourselves independently almost all of the time. And I think we often forget how much because, you'll be talking to somebody and they will be talking about how dependent they are on the systems around them for their health, for really things that we see as very minor. And it's like, oh yeah, we take care of that ourselves. So yeah.
And that goes back to emergency preparedness as far as a loss of income. So people can have an emergency, can be losing your job, right? I mean, that's not even connected to any disaster. But if you have your oils at home and suddenly going to the doctor is going to be more difficult and more expensive, it's nice to have options. And we're not saying you shouldn't go to the doctor.
No,
but,
we still go to the doctor.
We do, but sometimes it's nice to be able to take care of minor issues at home and not have to go to the system that will cost more money.
Yeah, and in fact, I had a friend who started a plumbing company with her husband, and they were destitute for years. It's become a very successful business for them. But she told me, she's like, secretly admitted that they did not have health insurance for years, and they had little kids at the time. And I said, oh my gosh, what did you do? And she said, prayer and oils. And I was really impressed because I had introduced her to oils, and I did notice that when they were destitute, they were still getting oils, but it was something that once she saw how much it was helping them, it became essential. Not just, it wasn't just like something you cut out. It was something that in the times when you're more strapped,
right,
she was turning to them even more. In fact, and I talked to another friend who pays for zero of her health care and goes to the doctor and into the system all the time for the smallest little thing because it's free, and had never, ever, ever heard of essential oils or even really taking care of things naturally. So I think sometimes we think, oh, these are expensive and these are fancy, but I actually think the opposite. I think these are things that enable us to have a little bit more freedom, not just because we're independent, but also financial freedom to take care of things for pennies on the dollar. Even if, obviously, if you're getting free healthcare, I just don't know how great it is. It's not natural. Oh, and Tim says they have a doctor shortage in Nova Scotia, and they have the ability to take care of their health within your means. Yeah. it's just also like why I don't need to. I can just walk in to the shelf and somebody says something's going on,
also,
even if it's just like
we don't like waiting in line, so it's like I'll do anything to avoid that.
Yeah, but just like my stomach kind of hurts because mom made garlic pasta for dinner. Maybe that's why. And so we can just take care of that really quickly and easily, right? And naturally, safely, effectively. So, yeah.
Is that all the FEMA stuff you got for us?
Yes, that's all the FEMA stuff. So tonight we're going to go. Do you guys want us to go through all the oils we went through on Monday? Or
well, we can kind of go through them. I feel like most of these, I'm seeing a lot of names we've seen before here.
There you go.
But also, Megan, listen, people watch us after we do this, so we'll go through these maybe a little bit quicker than we did earlier because we're already 35 minutes in and
and so when Mike was compiling, we had kind of like made a list on Monday before the live stream and like different emergencies that you might deal with and the oils that would help. And he started to amass them. He realized that he was kind of pulling together the Natural Solutions Kit.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. We talked about this on Monday, but somebody in doTERRA, somebody who's like us, who just shares the oils, said, wouldn't it be great if you could just replace the medicine cabinet in your house with all natural solutions?
Right.
And so they kind of like thought, what is in a typical medicine cabinet and what would replace it? In fact, it was really fun because—
Are you tired?
No, this feels good to rub my face. Back in the day, it was fun because there was like, they made like an actual class flyer or whatever that you could teach from that had a photo of a medicine cabinet and then it had a photo of a natural solutions medicine cabinet and like replacing things. But the FDA did not like those.
We got busted.
So we couldn't teach from that anymore. But visually it was like, oh, perfect. I do use that. So I could use this instead and that sort of thing. So the Natural Solutions Kit is a kit from doTERRA that can be an enrollment kit. But it can also just be something that if you had some budget for emergency preparedness and you just wanted to buy everything at once, you could buy it and put it away. Or it could just be a guide of like things that you might want to add to your collection that you didn't know about yet.
Yeah.
And so we can go over those really quickly. I think the first thing, we barely talked about them last time, but it does have some supplements in it. Mm-hmm. This is not in it, is it?
No. I just grabbed that because I wanted to. Because
you're like, Megan needs this after all that garlic.
Digest then.
I was going back through everything I ate today.
The first part of
like,
this.
I didn't eat anything strange today. Like, what's up with that? And then I'm like, okay, well, I did eat a lot of garlic because for dinner I made, anyways, garlic pasta, roasted garlic, and then I threw it in.
Good.
It was so good. It made it so sweet, flavorful. Anyways. So in the Natural Solutions Kit, you have doTERRA's dietary supplements, which are called, I was stalling because I couldn't remember what we call ours.
Lifelong Vitality.
Lifelong Vitality, LLV pack. And so that is awesome because then they're all food-based, vegan, and they have all of these amazing things that your body needs.
Look at all those things.
Yes.
That your body needs.
So that if you're just eating your wheat berries and some dandelion greens from your yard,
that's all you
might be able to do okay.
But also that creates a foundation of health so that you're prepared for this.
We've heard a lot of amazing stories of people adding those to their routine and seeing just from that a lot of benefits. But the next one is Mike's favorite, like he mentioned. This is Terrazyme.
I love Terrazyme.
And it's got a bunch of different enzymes in it.
Oh, sorry, I had to yawn.
You can yawn on screen.
I'm embarrassed about yawning.
Yeah. And Mike takes this right before he eats. I mean, because Beano is also an enzyme, but he feels like bulletproof.
Those two together, nothing
can touch him.
Happens.
Yeah. I think that's pretty true.
It's all quiet on the Western Front.
He's not a noisy guy,
as they say.
And then it also does have some oils in it. It has peppermint leaf, ginger root, and caraway seed. They call that their tummy tamer blend. So it just helps you. And really, there's a lot of research that connects like deficiency in enzymes to skin issues as well. So your gut health is really important, and your absorption is really important too. So
I'll take that.
Another thing that is non-oil based that is in the kit, we talked about this last time, is Correctex. We love this. This is your all natural ointment.
Yeah.
Essential ointment. And this is what you might want to, well, you know what you would use this on.
Yeah.
These ointments.
And it smells good too, because it has all these great oils in it. We should read those off again because I like them.
Nora said wheat berries for everyone. I can't, I would be very sick if we had to eat wheat berries for realsies. Though if you're actually just cracking the wheat and eating them, it's a lot easier on your digestion than when you're making it into a flour. For people who are sensitive to flour like me.
The Correct X has frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, lavender, and tea tree. So it just smells good too.
It does smell good.
Which I like that a lot about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing that we've talked about so many times in our classes is our fractionated coconut oil. It is coconut oil that has had heat and pressure applied to it, so it becomes liquid.
Careful, don't get on the computer.
And also in that process, it does lose its coconutty smell. I do love raw coconut oil, and it has tons of benefits. But I don't always want to smell like coconut oil. And also, though, there are a lot of oils that you could use for diluting, like jojoba oil or almond oil. But some of those are, I think, especially jojoba oil. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I think so.
Is very greasy. This is not. It absorbs really pretty quickly and doesn't leave you like it doesn't feel as thick. It's a really nice oil. So
well, also, and a fractionated coconut is great to, like you said, to dilute an oil. If you get an oil in your skin and you find it's a little too spicy or whatever, or too cooling, this will slow the absorption.
Even if you get it in your eye.
Yeah, you can pour this right in your eye, and it will actually help. If you get peppermint or something like that in your eye, just straight in.
If you've just been touching oils, you'll get them in there, and this will help with that.
Yeah, so keep some of this around because it's very useful.
Queen of Treasure wants us to say, what can you use the ointment on? Anytime you want to help support healing on your skin. Help support your skin health. I don't even think I could probably say that. Support skin health. Anything.
Anything that might happen with knives or with
irritation.
Hot things.
Yeah.
Knives again, the FDA doesn't let us say.
Do you guys remember the 90s that ad that was like a finger?
Oh,
like
I love that ad so much with Neosporin. We can say that. They had a cut on the finger, then it would, like, over time it would get better.
Did you know I just not recently, but in the last few years, I looked up that ad because I loved it so much. And they actually have to have a little disclaimer there that Neosporin does not make you heal. It just keeps it moist.
Yeah, well, that's actually the biggest thing about it.
They're not allowed to say that it helps it heal. But the photo insinuates that.
Yeah.
So even Neosporin gets in trouble with the FDA.
Can you use it on eczema? I don't know if this would be I don't know if you'd use that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could try it out. I know that some people like to make a salve for their skin to support their skin health with raw coconut oil. They take it, they warm it up so it becomes a liquid, and then they add melaleuca and lavender. Stir it, and then cool it, and it becomes like a salve, and they use that. But I would also, if you're having a lot of issues with that, I would address gut health too.
Oh, gut health related to that. Okay.
Yeah. Sweet. Anytime you have something showing up on your skin is like letting you know, it's like releasing things from the inside. Not always, right? But you might want to, if you just cannot seem to get it to go away, give some time and attention to your gut health.
Not THYME, but TIME.
But that is good for your skin too.
Oh,
yeah, good point. Okay, are these all the oils that are in the kit?
Yeah, they are.
That's a lot of oils.
That's
1,
awesome.
2, 3, 4, 5,
you get
6,
a lot.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Plus, you get a diffuser.
I think there might even, Okay, so I think there might be even more.
And you get deep blue.
Yeah.
I don't actually have deep blue here.
The rub?
No, not the rub. You get the deep blue stick with the natural solutions.
Okay. So, oregano. There's a whole book that I saw at Barnes & Noble just on oregano oil. All the things it can do. So awesome. Yeah, Lindsay says, I forget the skin is the largest organ of our body. It surely is.
Wow, that's something we learned in elementary school.
Lemon, using this in your water. If you are having just any sort of issue, I can't even say. Lemon oil is awesome. If you haven't downloaded, this is a good promo for, if you haven't downloaded the ME Plus app, the Modern Essentials app, not only can you look up with anything that you're trying to, take care of on there.
Yeah.
Open it up.
ME Plus, right there. See those little.
We're doing a live.
It's $4.
It's $4 for one time.
Yeah.
But like you can also go to, so this is, if I hit this book, it's essentially, I can look up anything, right? But if I go over here to the single drop, I can go to the single drop and just look up any single oil, and it tells me all the different ways I can use it.
Wow.
So if you've got something in your collection, you're like, I have no idea what to do with this, go here, try some things out. So then if we go back, if you want a blend, like, I mean, this is pretty straightforward what you do with Digest Zen.
Yeah.
But let's say we go, Tim, I'm so glad you have the app. We're going to go click on Digest Zen, and it's going to tell us the different ways what ways we can use it, or what purpose. And then see, there's a little hand and a little drop next to it. And then you can go and get even further application right here, and it kind of tells you, gives you some ideas from that. And then if you're concerned about safety issues, it has that there too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Modern Essentials Plus.
Yes. So, I mean,
so
here's
awesome.
another amazing oil to always have with you. A lot of these emergency preparedness is just be prepared when you're leaving the house and going to the woods or to the park.
This is tea tree.
When we went on a walk tonight with our kids, we got a bunch of oils on. When we did our ghost walk, which our sign is right there.
It's our ghost walk sign.
We did our ghost walk last night, and
come be on our ghost walk with us.
Somebody was asked what is that? What smells like citronella? I don't remember what it was that I had that they thought smelled like citronella.
I think you had the tear shield.
Yeah, I know, but they were thinking some object did, and I said no, that's just me. I have it on to keep the mosquitoes away, because the last time I'd gone on a ghost walk, I'd gotten a mosquito bite right here. It's really annoying.
Totally.
And so yeah, so the app is easy to use, like Tim says. Teresa says she uses all the time. And so the ghost walk is great. That was our 4th ghost walk. It's getting really fun.
We're getting better
at it. Good time. So Serenity, help you with stressful.
We talked about that earlier.
Anxious situations, occasional stress and anxious feelings.
And those things can not only just make you feel bad, but they can suppress your immune response, that sort of thing.
Help you sleep in weird locations, like, on a cot in a church or something. Breathe. It's going to help with your respiratory health. A lot of the times, these natural disasters that you might be preparing for are going to have things that are going to affect your airways. So, yeah.
Ooh, Lindsay just got ME Plus. Yes.
Yes, we don't get anything
from that. Except
they are not connected to doTERRA.
Or us.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got it, because it's going to be good information.
Because the reason why it's great is because it isn't connected to doTERRA. So they
don't sell oils.
They can say everything. They can say everything.
They can say all the things.
You can say everything. If you don't sell the oils, you can say everything. You can say it all. You can tell people what you're dealing with, all because you're not making money off of it.
Yeah.
But because I have a conflict of interest, because I sell them, then I could be.
Our interest is officially conflicted.
Yeah, so that I cannot say anything. But if you are just using oils, you can say whatever you want, and I wish I could. I wish I had the freedom to do that. So it's okay. We're fine. We're gonna stop talking about that.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it anymore. Frankincense, this is a really powerful oil, and if you go get on your ME Plus and you look it up, you'll see that when in doubt, start with frankincense for just about everything. Skin, in mental health,
immunity, sport,
lots
of skin,
just
stuff,
brain health.
Oh yeah.
Healing. Yeah, I like looking at my face on the screen. Yeah. Okay.
This frankincense for some reason has I don't know if that's
Japanese on it.
Japanese letters. I don't know where we bought
this.
Yeah,
somebody identify this language for us.
What is that? We must have ordered that when we were in England or something.
Unless it has something to do with Elijah in Japan.
What? No, I don't think so.
Is that Japanese, Korean, Chinese?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Interesting, though. Very interesting.
I'm sure you're all riveted.
Yeah, they are.
Lavender. So many situations in emergencies that you're going to want to support your skin health. You also might have some sort of, maybe you had a sting or a bite, or maybe you're just feeling very stressed and anxious feelings, occasional anxious feelings. That would be great. Peppermint.
There are some interesting studies on peppermint and
yes, that's right. We talked about that last
radiation.
time. No, you just say radioprotective.
Radioprotective.
Peppermint plants are one of a handful of plants that are radioprotective, so that if you come in contact with radioactivity and you've got this in your body, it actually might not affect you as much as the people who don't. Pretty dang cool. On Guard is obviously just an all-around great product. It's our protective blend. And sorry, we have a kitty that just jumped up on the table. He's like, you can't make me get off right now.
No, the kitty is chasing. There's a moth in here. The kitty is very interested in it.
Obviously, this is when we're talking about mitigation, but we're also talking about prevention and protection. There's a cat right behind the camera. Sorry. He's a cutie, though. We already did lemon oil.
All right. Did it. Done.
And then the last one is adaptive. And somebody won this last time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
This is a really powerful newer
blend. It was a different
blend.
Bottle. We sent them the other bottle.
Yeah. And you're like, you're not getting it because we still need to use it. It's a really powerful blend to help with your emotional and mental, balance.
Yeah.
To balance your emotional and mental health, support your emotional and mental health. It also comes in. There's also a supplement that you can use with adaptive to help with that. And we have seen members of our family really have felt a lot of benefit from that. Oh, it was Jen.
Yay. Don't worry, it's on the way. We just sent it today.
Okay. So,
is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
You got everything?
We went through that quickly, but now it's time for prizes, huh?
Oh yeah, prize time. All right, it's prize time.
Kitty, come say hi.
He's really kids are going in and out, so there's moths coming in.
Yeah, there's some teenagers here.
All right, we have 3 oils that we're gonna give away. And we're gonna go over some trivia. Eve is slightly in the shot here. We're gonna go over a little bit of trivia.
Terry said she just finished watching Elijah's newest video and she knows we're online. That's really nice that you came and watched, but even nicer that you went and watched Elijah's videos. Wow, Elijah is so talented with his video and his video, his cinematography skills are just some of the best I've ever seen. And then his editing skills are fantastic, and he's just doing such a great job on his Japanese videos, but they aren't getting very many views. And so that was nice of you to watch, to follow those. So.
Okay, so let's do our 3 trivia things. So if you are new to this, the way we do this is we ask a question, and you have to write the answer in the little chat here, okay, on the side.
If you give it to the first one we see.
The first one that gets it wins. Now, we said this before, but if you've already won, sorry, you are
Let's get everybody a free oil.
So, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So, I think the first trivia question I'll ask is from my little spot about natural disasters, okay? We said there are 5 effects of natural disasters. Tell me one of the 5 effects of natural disasters. And the first one to say one gets an oil. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. So let's see. All the people who won. No, not that.
That's later, Sherry. Save that for later.
That's Megan's part. Mine was the 5 effects of natural disasters.
I think they should have to say the first one that you said.
The first one?
That we said was a bummer.
Be like Oprah.
You get an oil and you get an oil.
We have a lot of extra oils. We can do that. No electricity. Nope.
It was more general than that.
More general.
And remember, he said the first one, and I said, yeah, that one's a bummer.
Anyone remember what I said?
Man, this is harder than I thought it would be. Loss of life.
Sherry
got it.
And that's the saddest one. Okay, we admit
I know.
that.
Yes!
Loss of life. And yes, chaos. But Sherry got the first one, loss of life. So Sherry, you get a bottle of Aroma Touch. Now, this is not an oil we talk much about because it's not a basic oil, but this is a great massage blend, okay? So you can.
It actually is the massage blend.
Exactly what it's called.
And who doesn't like massage?
I know, it smells really good. It's got some nice kind of minty, pepperminty oils in it.
But also it's got marjoram, so it's not too cold.
Yeah.
It's
not like deep blue.
Because marjoram's a warming oil, and so it's a nice blend, but it's really great if you want to really up your game, getting a shoulder or a foot massage, add some Aroma Touch.
Aroma Touch. to your life.
Now she needs someone to massage. Okay, that's true.
That could be a problem.
That's number 2 on the list
have to,
for you, Sherry.
Rub it on your shoulder. Anyways, Sherry, send us your not email, your actual address, your physical address. Email us, contact@northandsouth.com, and we'll send this to you. Okay, that was the first one.
Sherry, wait, I want to know, Sherry, would you like, if you're living alone, would you really like to switch that out for another oil?
Oh, you can ask her.
Because we could just trade it with our next one.
That's true.
Because I'm like, what? That is kind of a bummer. Sherry, do you want it or do you want another prize?
I feel like we're being too vulnerable for Sherry.
Yeah,
here.
She's like,
I'd rather not discuss this with all these people here. Please.
She's like, it was just a joke. Well, just tell me. Do you want it? Okay, she'll take it. Okay.
I'll keep it. Okay,
good.
Sherry gets the aroma touch. All right, Megan, you have one.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
That's the intro to Megan's trivia part.
I didn't even realize I was doing it. Okay. There were 5 things as well on my list.
Oh, another 5 things.
And one of them I had to look up the definition for. What was the word? Of the 5 things that FEMA said they were trying to do in preparedness.
Like what they're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Mitigate, Lindsay! Lindsay! Hey, wait, Lindsay, have you won yet?
No, I don't think so.
Lindsay?
I hope
be honest.
Being honest. Which one should we do for Lindsay, Megan? Here, look at these 2.
I don't know yet. I want to hear from Lindsay.
You want Lindsay to be honest about the situation? Listen, she wouldn't answer if she had already won. I don't think we've sent an oil to Lindsay. No, she hasn't won.
Okay. She's been a classy loser.
Oh, good
job.
Well,
I'm going to help you out with that.
That's what I am. I'm a classy loser.
Mm-hmm. So we're all together on that. But you're going to get real classy when you roll some of this baby on. This is Passion. It's our inspiring blend.
You need to get some glasses on.
I know. It's very small.
Lindsay is very classy.
I also have a bright light shining in my eyes. So that's all. But I do love this blend. It is a great perfume blend.
You want me to read it? I can do it. I've got better eyes than you. Ooh la la. That's true, Lindsay.
Yes. Cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla, and damiana. It's like, you guys like these glasses?
You should wear those all the time with this.
It is definitely a good perfume blend. It smells very yummy, but definitely like kind of cinnamony and sweet. Cinnamony. I think it's a great perfume. But you'll have to let us know all the classy ways that you use it. Yeah.
It's one of the classier
It is like the
oils,
holidays,
really.
But I feel like it's got enough of some other, like the jasmine and things in there, that it also has definitely leans towards a personal fragrance smell. But also, if you are just feeling like, I got to get off the couch, Passion would be a great blend to use. If you just feel like you don't have the fire in your belly anymore, and you don't have any goals, and you are just a little bit blah, then Passion would be a great blend to use.
Yeah.
So turn up the heat in your life.
That should be the tagline with Passion.
You're right. I'm gonna write down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it right now.
Turn on the heat. All right, I forgot what the last trivia was going to be. Do you remember?
It's going to be a good one.
You had said something. I don't think I was listening when you said it before we started the call or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Dang it, we both forgot. Was it?
No, we never came up with it. You were like searching for something we could test people on.
Uh-huh.
I will say, are you in my head while I've been planning my kids' homeschool? Actually, I'm not in your head, but I did activate your phone camera, and I saw that you are not spending as much your time as effectively as you should be. Nora said she already won one, but it's really hard for her not to respond.
I know.
I know.
We need to get some new blood on these calls. So we'll answer.
It's just our friends now.
Yeah, we just have like the same 10 people.
So okay, for the final.
What did we go over? We could say like
we need one of you to now be our assistant and come up with watch the live and then message us quiz questions.
We could say, what do we pair with this? The thing that's actually not. No, that was too easy.
Okay, well, we could say that there's a product that Mike takes anytime he's worried about what he's going to eat, and he takes it with his Beano, and it comes from doTERRA. What is it called?
This is a super easy one. If you're paying any attention,
Wait, look,
I like that. Nope, not Digest Aid.
Nope. No.
Oh, nope, not digestive. Nope, not digesting. It's a different one. Okay, this is harder than I thought. It's a different doTERRA thing. Nope, not fennel. It was in a white bottle.
Terrazyme.
Yes,
Pat got it.
You didn't spell it right.
Hot dog.
That's okay.
Hot dog.
Terrazyme. See that? Good
Peter,
job, Pat.
Peter, come on over here and tell Pat what she's won.
What?
Peter.
Show Pat what she's won right here.
Come on, lean down here.
It's lemon.
It's lemon. Good job.
Lemon oil. All right.
Okay.
Amy, are you asking what lemon oil does or what Terrazyme does? Terrazyme's got a bunch of digestive enzymes in it, so it'll help you digest your food.
I'll read what's on the bottle. It says supports healthy digestion and metabolic processes.
A bunch of people said hello.
So this is something that you take before you eat. And I know people in doTERRA who did like every meal, they take some Terrazyme. It just helps with digestion in general.
Yeah,
so
well, because you have enzymes that help in your food that help break down your food so that you can digest more easily. But our food is, because of a lot of processing and the way that we handle our food and cook our food, there are less enzymes in our food than there used to be. And so, and sometimes you just also, maybe you are not digesting as effectively as you used to. So enzymes are really incredible for that.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Jana missed the first part of the video. Janae, you're right. Remember from a video a long, long time ago, talking about something you rubbed over tummies. Well,
that would be Digestin.
Digestin, we do. And then
we don't actually have the oil here. Oh yeah, we do.
There's a kids blend too called Tamer. If you want some, if this is too cold for them. And it also, Tamer smells a little bit less intense than Digestin too.
True.
Mike, you said Janae's name right. Sorry.
All right. I'm good at reading.
Sorry, yeah, he is good at reading.
Okay, so again, if you won, send us an email and also tell us what you won, like which oil, because we forget.
Help. Contact at norpandsouth, one word.com.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Terry's asking if I'm going to revisit a month of pies.
The essential oil topic.
Well, I mean, obviously we're all friends of Norp and South. So I am really back and forth on this, Terry, because I have been, as I grow older, new health challenges come into my life. And one of those health challenges is directly linked to my consumption of wheat.
We're getting very personal here.
I know. And it used to be like, I heard once in a class, like when your body doesn't like something, at first it whispers and then it talks and then it screams. It had been whispering to me and talking to me for a while.
Janae said that's sad. And that's so true.
But now it started to scream. So interestingly, do you guys want to know? No, well, here's the thing. It's actually not just wheat. So I get cold sores. I have, whatever it is, herpes simplex, but not just the cold sore kind. Okay. I have no judgment of you. I'm just saying I have just the cold sore kind. And it's directly linked for me to, like stress and stuff. Right. But I can really take care of that if I take care of not having things that are high in arginine, but I have things high in lysine. So lysine is a protein and so is arginine. But if you have, they both fit into the same cell receptors, but the herpes virus feeds off of arginine. And so if you have enough lysine in your diet, it can't grow. It doesn't have any food. You starve it out. But arginine is really high in all grains. And that's a bummer. All grains. And it's really high in other foods too. lysine is really high in like cheeses and meats and stuff. So long story short, I also got
you already did the long story.
I know. Long story continuing.
Yeah.
It does apply to those things. It's not about the digestion, because then I got Meniere's. Have you guys heard of Meniere's? It's an ear problem. And that was started out with just like
really
sounds in my ears for a few years and like weird, like, whoa.
Nora says you're doing a real deep
dive.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I have to explain why this pie thing is plaguing me. Okay. So then I started to get to Meniere's so severely that I was getting crazy severe bouts of vertigo, where I would like throw up and wouldn't be able to move. And so for some people, their Meniere's is triggered by salt. Some people, but then it found out, I couldn't get it figured out. It seems so random, but then it turns out that if you have herpes, it's related. So if I don't want to get sick with
that's exactly
vertigo,
what the doctor said too.
Yeah.
They sang like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I go to a
singing
physician.
Yeah.
It really helps. Like when he delivers the news.
You remember it more.
Yeah, I do. I remember his treatment plans, and it's just gentle. Sometimes though, no, anyways, it gives me vertigo. It triggers Meniere's attacks. So it's like, okay, Megan, I think you're gonna probably have to give this stuff up. So, anyways.
Was that the accent of the gluten talking to you or something?
No, I don't know. So I realized that I can probably make pies and not eat them if I'm lying to myself. So I don't know. People also complain because I actually didn't eat the pies for like the first 2 weeks last year, but people started to be like, why isn't Megan eating any? I haven't seen mom try them. And I'm like, and so I caved, and then I got, a lot of pie. Anyway, so I love making the pies though. So I'm torn because if you're still here, I'm torn because
I see the count of people watching.
It was like it was like the best month of my life. I thought it would be crazy to be in the kitchen all day, every day. It wasn't. It was a joy. It was so much fun, and it was fun for the family. But I also am just kind of new to dropping all of these things and trying really hard to go like really, really clean away from those things that were triggering that and that were causing cold sores and that were causing other health issues. So I don't know. It's a little fresh. I'm like an alcoholic who just like, what is that called when you say, sober, who just became sober, but saying like, I might go work in the bar for a month just in case, because I really have great memories there. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But
we'll see.
It's between the 32 of you and me that these are my health concerns. I do not share them on the channel, not because I'm like ashamed or anything. I just like, for one, it's kind of like, I don't want it to be some sort of like weird clickbait drama, because everybody's got stuff. And then two, I actually don't like it when I get like 16,000 like, suggestions
on what you should do.
Yeah. And then, or like today I was Googling something, or yesterday, and I somehow Norp gossip came up is one of the answers. And I could like see what they're talking about. I just don't want to see them talking about, but I just did it here. So maybe one of you will go and tell all of them that I have Meniere's, but anyways.
There are sad people out there who gossip about us for some reason. This like pitiful little YouTube channel.
They just gossip about me, but not you.
Hey, someone said September soups. That's an option. You can do soup.
Yeah, that's true.
Soups are good.
I'm a soup
We'll see.
queen.
Also, we're not operating with a full kitchen these days. We will eventually, but we aren't currently. What are we doing?
That's our kitchen.
Yeah, see that? Not really.
It's a working kitchen. I love having my two ovens.
But we need more counter space and more storage space.
But also then the other thing to add into the September pies is it took all of September. It took every day of September. That's what we did for that month. But we kind of need to finish our house. And so I don't know. Guys.
Lindsay said those people are not classy, and that's so true.
Lindsay, do we know each other? Are we mutual? Because I was like, do I know Lindsay Stevenson like in realsies lives? And so I went onto Facebook and I put in Lindsay Stevenson, and there was a Lindsay Stevenson who had a mutual friend and my brother. And I know it's rude to ask in front of everybody else, but I just I'm gonna ask. I don't know where else we would connect. So how would I know? Like, go on our comments and like Lindsay Stevenson, because I don't know your like email address. I'm gonna get your address now though, so I can really stalk you.
That's true.
Anyways.
All right. Well, we should end.
The rumor will be Pies gave Megan herpes. Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Sorry. Back up, Terry. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna finish.
Wait.
Thank you for hoping so, but yes, we are kindred. They're kindred
But
spirits,
that's not
but there's
you.
no other connection.
You don't know my brother Spencer.
Okay, but kindred.
Well,
That's
I almost added that girl as a friend on Facebook, so that would have been embarrassing. But she didn't look necessarily what I imagined you to look like, unless that is you and you're mistaken, and then it looks exactly what I imagined you to look like. But anyways, guys.
It's late. We need to be done.
I'm a little out of control.
All right.
Thank you all. I just need all of you to email me your bios with your photos, your contact information, so I can actually see Tim in Nova Scotia. What do you look like? See, you do live in Utah. I think you might know my brother.
Hey, she lives in Spokane too.
Yeah.
We live in Spokane.
She'll email me.
All right.
Everybody else too. I need your bios with your photos and all of your background information and your ages and all the things you like and don't like. Because you know that about me.
Yeah.
I am very hyper. We are going to delete this one tomorrow.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for coming. If you want to get some oils, go down to the link below. There's a couple or a few options, either getting this kit we talked about.
Come over here and say goodnight.
Either, yeah, the kids are just fine, everybody. Someone asked. They're great.
Just stare. Come here, Pearl.
They're just they just aren't in our videos as much because we do home renovation. There he is. Look how tall. And here's Pearl. Look how short.
She's driving though.
They're trying their best to be quiet back here.
They're all just sitting here on the other side.
We threaten them that they
come on, Jude. You haven't been on here yet.
Perfectly out.
Jude was waiting like it's like
he's like
my time's coming.
Turn. Eve's giving us funny ears. There's Jude. And Peter already showed himself. Unless you want to come again over here, Pete, you can.
That's it. This is everybody that's at home now.
This is our whole family these days. We actually had a lot of friends over for dinner, and it was 11 people, which felt like a lot, but that's actually everybody. Here they are. The whole crowd.
This is a good family picture right here.
Yeah, everyone looks pretty good.
The lighting's actually good.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
Everybody's saying hi, guys.
Everyone's saying hi. Thanks for saying hi to everybody.
Bye.
Okay. All right. We'll see you later. Goodbye. Bye.